It seemed like the second period really spurred you guys on. Just what would you see in that period?
You know what? I liked their first period. I thought we had a lot of good looks. I thought Budai was stood on his head to keep the game close there at 0-0. And when Bozy had to make a couple timely saves, he did. And once we got that first goal, I thought that we kind of took the game over from start to finish. And give our guys a lot of credit. That's it's a hard-working team. They're physical, and I thought our guys battled that and managed it well. And losing a couple guys up to Dallas, I thought the guys they kind of picked up, and guys did a really good job of just plug and playing guys in lines, and I thought we had some pretty good chemistry in all four lines tonight.
So talk about getting depth scoring. Everyone was participating tonight, it seemed like.
Yeah, we got a big goal from Markie's line there. They got hemmed in, actually. They got hemmed in pretty well, and then he turned a puck over, and Markie's got great speed, and good to see him score on the breakaway there. And then obviously, getting some scoring up and down your lineup is key. And the last game we had 3 defensemen score, and tonight we've got our forwards back on the board, and we had a lot of good looks. Obviously at the end of the game we put out the kids on the power play to give them a chance, but we scored a big power play goal there in the second period to put us up, and then game kind of got out of hand there in the third. They're up 4-0, and they're going to push. They're getting embarrassed a little bit, and so our guys, when that happens, you have a tendency to sit back. But I like the way we just kept on pushing and creating.
You have a couple of good primary assists from Gleason and Bayreuther tonight. What's it like to have them, Bayreuther specifically, back in the lineup?
Well, give our guys a lot of credit over the last 6-7 weeks managing with the young kids in the lineup from Idaho, and now we're starting to get our D-core back. You're getting a chance to see what it's really going to look like. You end up getting Fadoon back at some time. You've got a pretty good D-core back there. It makes a big difference moving pucks, and obviously it's your offense changes its look all the time. The guys can make plays in the blue line, guys can make breakout passes, and then you have guys playing in the lineup where they should be instead of playing up the lineup where they shouldn't be. And give our guys credit, like Nyberg, Hansen, Hanna, those guys. They've done a good job of keeping the boat afloat here over the last 6 weeks.
How much has the fortune of the team been tied to the recent good play from Landon Bowe?
Bozy's been outstanding all season. He's made the big saves when called upon. He made a mistake there on the one goal, but he made some great saves throughout the game at timely periods. And then obviously, when you get that big save and you come back and score after, it makes a big difference. But he's been good all year. He's taken a step in his development in his game, and we like what we see from him. And obviously, he's our go-to guy.
Yeah, first period was kind of slow, it felt like, but then you got to start it with your goal in the second. Just talk about what you saw in that play.
I thought actually their team, that line, they brought good energy that shift, and it took a little bit of sorting out. But once we, kind of took a step back and started reading it, I just found an opening, and it just seemed to work out there. So it's nice.
It's good to have. Talk about, I guess, in the third period there, James Phelan had his goal. He seemed to celebrate really excitedly on that. Just a personal thing for him. Was there anything specific about that one?
I think for us it was more just like a fun game. We were getting up and down the ice, and we were trying to play the right way. So it's good to see a guy get rewarded, and he got rewarded there. So I think is just more like a fun expression.
Talk about the recent home winning streak that you guys have had. It's I think 6 in a row now. What's gone into that?
Well, I think there's a few things. One, we try to approach every game the same way. 2, we're getting great goaltending, which is like a very nice part. Landon Bowe has been great, and 3, we're finding ways to win and score, and it's fun playing right now. So we just got to keep that going.
How much has it meant to you guys to have a little bit more depth on the back end and getting some of those guys back from Dallas?
Well, it obviously helps getting guys like Gavin and Hanley back. They're confident players back there, and they're great. That being said, we like I said before, we try to approach the game the same way. So,
what does it mean for you guys as a team when you can get scoring from all 4 lines like you did tonight?
Well, it's just fun. You get everybody involved, and the momentum starts going, and the ice tilts a little bit down towards their end. We get good pressure, and everybody gets in the game that way. And when everybody's in the game, everybody's contributing, and that's the way I think every team wants to play. So.